Yeah, let's do this right, man. Bond, your little verses I'm too large for. A god to some others, I'm a monster. And they want me to take on another insect. Oh, this Godzilla and Mothra. I'm back on. Fuck if I was off for a sec. Kill Bond so bad you think it was all for a check. But it's just off the respect. You wanna smoke with me? Now I'm the toxin that form in your chest. So it's like nicotine commercials. Regretting your eyes when you talk out your neck. Now if we talking bars, you need to get a grip. Lately you been hit or miss. So if you miss a hit on me, James, you just slit your wrist. If we talking schemes, for Bond, it's rare, but mostly never there. If we talking delivery, nigga, please. Lazy flow in his battles, reading his rounds, making style incomplete. If we talking clarity, only place it compared to me. If we talking conviction, it's missing, maybe in his speech, but peep, it's never there when he's spitting. So why should I be inferior? The inferior, lackluster black fucker can't even meet his own criteria. This for those that think I can't kill Bond with the pen. This is when disaster strikes, but I'm not exactly the storm in a sense. I'm more so whatever belong in the crib, cause once the dust settles, I am gone with the wind. We far from peers now, but our skills imply we on the same boat. My current flow, the cause of nausea, put your stomach in your throat, riptide through your defense. You can never see yourself inside a genius, cause when I see you, James, I don't see sick. See, unlike you, I got a competitive nature. I like to verses, but let me tell you why I don't like your verses. I like to decipher verses, and when I decipher your verses, clear, you unprepared. You come to battle with cipher verses. Your battle with my man Kevin M, you was the most directed you've ever been. Remind me why you ain't spit as hard when Burgundy was at your neck again. Feminine. Tried to front like you celibate, but you laid on your back for balance. Evident. How can we tell if you would get the dude if you pick and choose which freaking room to be the elephant? So for that, I got a black on him like I'm his melanin. You see VBC dismember, I easily dismember. Niggas know you for being nice, but you never had a battle to remember. I was the nigga that put C's to sleep the whole time I was mourning my cousin. I then had to show niggas I was here to compete when I survived all the 90s punches. I then had to show Israel I was elite, and if I wanted could put our boys on crutches. And I was the only nigga here that took on David with heat, and to my knowledge you was even ducking. So what about you? Lost your touch after clutch. Backed out against King Pollo cause he forgot how to function. If you and Kevin had 3 rounds, you would've got crushed. But before that, he took Burgundy to spit a bunch of rubbish. But they say Bond's a beast. Well, it's time to put Bond to sleep cause his bars are weak. Obsolete, pardon me if I go over 2 minutes. Cause unlike you dipshits, I was built to go the distance. Alright.
What's crazy is I just had 2 good takes and I deleted them. That's when you know you about this life. You can make it a little better. Yo, this is my round 1 versus Rome Holman. You are now in the car with Word is Bond. Let's see how this shit go. Hoping for a good one. VBC was good. We in. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm a little stressed out. But it's cool. I said, hey, Rome. What you about? 22, 21? That's dope. See, I believe the children are future. That was Whitney. This here's Coke. I took this battle just to show you where to go. Teach them well and let them lead, but first let them know. Word is Bond is not to be fucked with. Unless you want to test how high you jump in, this a tall order. You ought to grow or get slaughtered slow. This how you aircraft your flow to ensure that you'll blow. Big tuna here. Boy Meets World. That's ahead of your time. Wally Kid, Cringer, Thundercat, He-Man. You a cartoon pussy, I suspend your animation. Tell Con Edison good looking. This is lights out. I'm like, wow, how could they rank him over my style? I guess I was being too nice, guy. So now I'm chewing out position, proving that they bite size. Improving my position, cruising with a nice vibe. Whether inclusion or omission, they just fishing for attention, really. And I ain't pensive, let my pen drip till the ink is empty. No name flips, no fake trips abroad. Was gone, flip a Troy reference. But if shooting yourself is involved, dog, you done did that. Stick a shank right where your McRib at. Sent out from the town downstate, and guess what? He want his shit back. Now let's suppose we juxtapose for contrast. You're a little better than Kevin, but bad meets evil's a strong gas. Could give a fuck where you roam. But every time I see your face, you look extraterrestrial. You need to phone home. Clone Wars, you ain't whole, man. You half-wit. Look mad sick, like your next trip is a casket. Nerdy as fuck. But the street code, you can't hack it. You fresh off the porch. I'm the street light that brings you back in. No disrespect. But your mom's a MILF, FR. Tell her I'll be RB right there at y'all apartment. So when the chain gets left on, I hope you sitting there in the stairwell with Kevin writing your next song. Cause I might need more rubbers. You know, prophylactics. I'm not asking. You don't go, I kick both y'all asses. I make ebony ivory from losing the sun. Songs in the key of light to you Stevie Wonder how shit is done. Can't you see? The sum total of every bar. Cheers to you, player. You're not making this very hard. I make your life stop. Red shirt like cherry ices. You can't pay for this style here. It's very pricey. I parry nicely. Philly shell like B-Hop. Earned my respect on the fly. Only made tree stops. Is that enough for you, Rome? Should he stop? I know this Rome be going long. Receiver, slot. Got too much time on your hands, Brody. You need a girl so you can learn how to finesse and succeed in this world. How long is that? We good? 3? Damn.
Yeah. See, the emperor of the unimpressed can't even make a lasting impression. If this a game of the past versus the future, I present the past with a question. Why be surprised they rank mine over your stats in a session? The fruit of your labor got you the juice, but that ran out over time's progression. So what they supposed to do when the lack of greatness causes dehydration? Shit, they gotta reach for the refreshment. Now you call me nerdy as fuck, like that would offend me. We all boys in the hood, nigga, you should commend me. Could have been a menace to society, set it off on any nigga that tempt me. But I do the right thing so poetic justice could bless me. Now you said I look extraterrestrial, mad sick. Well, ain't that some pot calling the kettle black shit? You said I had too much time on my hands. And to succeed in this world, I need to have a dime. But that's penny for thoughts. Now I don't listen to niggas that's past their prime. But you never even had the chance to have your prime. Stagnant flow got you jogging in place. You can't keep track with a mastermind. Think of it like this. When you grow a plant in a dark room, it can't reach its potential. Grows yellow and weird. Concept that fits you. The plant is never in a window. Maybe the room is shaded, blocking out what it's needed to achieve the greatness. You see, there's a seed in your mind. But if the eyes are windows to the soul, you only cheat in your mind. Since you wear shades so much, you'll never see the light you need for your vines. Meaning that seed never grew right, and you missed the chance to have a peek with your rhymes. This reminds me of an old horror picture, fam. What was the name of it? Trying to remember. Damn. Fuck it. You come around trying to disturb order, acting like you sick of and wishing nigga would, man, get his wishes when I burn him in it. Oh, that's Wicker Man. I'm an archaeologist, digging through your verses like with artifacts. They say you drop gems, but I'm Picasso with the pen showing you the art of rap. See, I'm against everything you stand for, so I'll make sure you fall for that. Because my name spells out your motherfucking doom. All in caps. And that's for my Victor Vaughn fans. Part of my lateness, but fuck a happy belated. I can't trust the word of a nigga whose zodiac sign is associated with 2 faces. But you need to be changing your name, Gemini. Don't go by word is bond, cause based on your sign, here's what the word is bond. For instance, last round I was listing how sometimes you gotta earn a verse that ties in with y'all being inconsistent. See, I was satisfied with my round, but I expected more when I digested yours, and I was hearing lies from you. See, we agreed 2 minutes, and I can't even count on you to stick to your own time, I do. I guess that ties in with y'all being unreliable. Not to mention, y'all lack direction. Guess what that ties with? You, because when you start writing, you go without guidance. So it's no coincidence you battling me, your Libra, using scales to bring balance to your rhyming. But I digress. I just keep it calm and stern because y'all observe me thoroughly explain why James don't have a bond with words. Alright.
I said, I don't give a fuck about your K or Paso. He might roam the Vatican, but did he speak the gospel? No. What? Every loss was extra questionable. If Clutch and Bow got the dubs, then I'm guessing you know it's cavalier attitudes like mine, cause I could give a fuck less. Watch me come from behind like LeBron James. Run circles around the shooters. Standard one-liner for post-game interviewers. Bruh, fuck you, where's your music? So yeah, I recycle bars like a Pat Jordan student. VBC's the movement, y'all only get exclusives. If Rome got what it takes, he damn sure didn't prove it. The well dried up, your wave just isn't music. I just drowned you in an aqueduct for circular thinking, Rome. I just moved from Jersey to Colorado over the weekend, Rome. Oh man, I'll be damned if I don't damage you. I get you hit by your van, no canvas shoe. King shit, I hereby banish you. You fucking imbecile, you're like a stand in my scale. I planted seeds in the garden and burned a tree on the mountain. You're in a pissy situation, hate to pee in your fountain of youth. Counselor counseling you, your bars ain't up to par. Have you reaching for hospital food, breathing through oxygen tubes, cause you stay coming with flat lines like being whack is your absolutely favorite pastime. Your topics be topical, scratching the surface, typical. Hate to rub it in, but you know that I'm ripping you. This moment is pivotal, riveting, spiritual. Your most used phrase at work, for here or to go. I serve venison, beware the deer in the road. I put a tag on him last time and named him Rome. He owed dough for bending the truth, bounce pogo. Body Kevin for fun, you get it too, BOGO. C's ain't want this work, Breeze ain't want this work. Pollo wasn't a threat, not just staining my shirt. Option Austin in training sessions, gaining leverage. With 3 of the most lyrical MCs ever. In Rome, I swear to God you nice, but I'm much meaner, so I can read my lines. Faith comes from hearing and believing, just like the word of God. I'm word is born, I talk hella greasy, and I'm trained to murder songs. This is me, taking your style to the cleanest. I'm Ace Boogie with the tempo, easygoing demeanor. Your whole lack of confidence shows when the pros looking B. I put an elbow on your block and get it cooking, chief. Look at you, look at me, I'm what you wanna be. Lyrically, bagging bras, I mean spiritually. You hearing me? What's the minute count? That's good, I just started rapping, so I'm cooking. What up, Denver Dads? What up, Ryan Hart? Holla at a nigga, I'm out here in Colorado cooking. Bending niggas like Rome. VBC, salute, we out.
See, that was better than your first approach, but that don't stop traffic as far as hearses go. Bond, it's rebuttal time, clearing out the clutter time. Let's see who's the first to go. Well, you said I wanna be you. Well, I see you gone off hype, but this is where I take a stand. You saying I will never be a stand to you. Yeah, I'm a fan of you when you on your mic, but your pride is the reason you lost your sight, making you misunderstand when I say I want your life. Don't flatter yourself. Your style ain't no giver of life. You ain't no figure that plant seeds. This nigga's a femc that's sterile. Lies uttered like you forgot that you can't breathe. I told you I was a surgeon. I took my time with his body, nip tucking on his flesh, cut away all the features he thought made him one of the best. Disfigured, sat him in the mirror, he couldn't stomach what was left. Made it through 2 rounds of torture, cause there's nothing sudden about your death. You'll get bagged up, consumed in smoke. More talent in my pinky. In fact, I used that to cut through your flow. Cause last round you was bricking, but I ain't trying to confuse you, no. Just describing what I do to dudes who think they viewed as coke. Last round they gassed you like you came ruthless, the flame fluent. Ironic, that verse took a month but still had no weight to it. Swine like you, it's my job to have no remorse for the porker. Gut 'em, throat cut 'em, blood running, love in the torture. This is my house, it's automatic you were goner. In this battle your cattle, you've been set up for this slaughter. Slaughter, house, cattle, porker, surface level. But check my plat scheme from last round. What about that? Is that surface level? But who are you to speak? Acting like your flatline play was super deep, which is sad to say. Shit, I scratched the surface but couldn't elaborate. When I called you lackluster, I provided explanations. You bring up the idea but can't defend a statement. Maybe because you aware of the lies that be dripping from your tongue. My wisdom is deep rooted. You only got wisdom sitting in your gums. Talk about me having circular thinking, but that's strange. For 2 rounds straight, you transition between bars using my last name. That's lame. Thought that's something I wouldn't catch, man. Don't talk about me when you're running in circles in your raps, James. Your verses be plenty of filler. That dirty ass flow will get cleaned out. That's plenty of filter. You ain't seeing me at all. Like Kennedy's killer. I'm murdering fam. Peep as I am an villain. Listen, James. Talking hot and spitting flames are different things. So all that shit you claim get flushed out, snuffed out, whole style's been burnt out. So tell me what now? You at your lowest, your foundation is melted. You was once held high to shine, but that fire died, you couldn't help it. And this just ain't about if you could fuck with me or wax. This whole scheme's purpose is to prove you can't hold a candle up to me and rap. It was never guaranteed that you could stop the kid like a planned pill. I'm like a red pill. Once you took me, it got too damn real. You swerving off into that lane. Jesus, take this man's will, cause he'll never be the man again once I bring his life to a standstill. I could care less about what you try to rebuttal. At this point, you playing catch up. And there's only about two things you can answer. How I broke your sign down and how your growth is stunning. But you can't rebuttal that with bars. You rebuttal that with actions to show me you growing from it. Because whenever this broadcasting, it's no imagery. Just a bunch of distorted rapping. So when you spit, how about we just call it static? See, I hit record and paint pictures lyrically. 4K, my imagery is hella vivid. So this tuned out nigga get turned to dust once I channel my energy to television. I'm hearing a bunch of hollow words from a glass jaw, which is bad, Bond, cause you be hot and cold, but you don't want that, Bond. Drastic temperature change weak as the glass, Bond. So blame your inconsistency for me breaking your shit with a single tap, Bond. You ain't real spitting, you heel clicking. How many times can I say this nigga's abroad? You probably got a soft-ass crew holding hands, singing and skipping along. Peep the setup. The only thing you miss is a dog, cause you got about 10 no-brain having lying niggas behind you like the Wizard of Oz. Fuck all that. We all gotta go sometime. But the beauty of battle rapping is we all get a chance to play Lazarus. So after this, I'm sure you're gonna come back from it. But you'll never forget when you chose the wrong rapper to rap against. Might be my new slogan.
I said, I'm smoking Lucinda Williams, Flow, Alien Dog, been to Christchurch, Adelaide, various spots, at a late hour, I be off precarious thoughts, roam crazy. Gun bars, I'm talking chrome 380, 20 degrees more than the pirouette. Like this turnaround was profound and serious. Guess y'all don't hear me yet. Wrong got mixed up like me or him would win. Decision is like a seesaw when I ease off. Rome still twisted. ... triple dot more. Figure lock 4 for those who figure I lost. Nigga, my chore is to give you lockjaw. I took the first round off to get myself hype more. But my first round raw, if the papers come back right, your mom's claimed she ain't know you was son from that night. I told her that little nigga ain't mine. Ebony magazine spread, time for me to jet, definitely. See why you blare? You speak on my age, but you ain't seasoned yet. This ain't beef, vinaigrette on a vegan dish, or maybe pescatarian. Something smell fishy still. Chop your head, scrape your scales, never leave a gill, Johnny. My, it's your flow that's antiquated. Jerome roll in the house. It's cool. J's activated. That's 2 L's in consecutive rounds. Tell Rob hit NCIS and start checking around. Look on that MTA bus. Yeah, I bet it's Jerome. Just another D-League bench warmer versus a veteran. Holmes better get gone. It appears you're upset. Your peers fear what's next. You're a Kirsten Dunst. This right here ain't what you want, like holes piercing through your blunt. You ain't got no pull. You rap wrong. Leave as fuck. Let me pause for the catch-up, cause I flow with no effort. I respect your negligence and how you strive for a failure, how you suited up just to die in your regalia. I got your brain, Roman Reigns ruined. Spare me your bullshit. F5 for everyone you're cool with. I let the snake out of the bag, Jake. Your shots never land. When I shoot, your whole face painted. The gun never jams. I sting warriors, hawk animals, smash clowns when they ask for it. Doink warlords and barbarians. Painted face, wrestling, reference. Never mind. We out, man.